Ooh, all right.
I knew you were going to do that.
End of March, start of April update. Today's the 31st, so I hope we put this out today. Otherwise, we'll have to backdate it. That'll be frustrating.
2 days until his birthday.
Is that really? I didn't even think about that. Yes. I know, when you said that before, you were like, your birthday. I was like, that's not until April. Yeah.
Newsflash.
Oh, that's not far away. So, right, where are we at?
Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
You gonna sneeze?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're right. You're good. Look
tickle
at
my nose.
the light. Look at the light. Okay, so we are currently in a house.
Stranded.
In a house.
Safe at home.
Yeah. So pink lettuce.
What? All right, can you go play with Dale? We're just doing something.
Pink lettuce. Apparently, she's going on a holiday somewhere sunny. Right.
Overseas as well on an aeroplane.
Yeah. Don't want to break it to her. So yes, here we are. We're actually in a house. So funny story. This house is our house actually, and we were lucky enough to come into it. And I say come into it because it was a pretty random sort of situation. But Kate's old man had wanted to help us buy a house for a while, and he found this on the market, and you know, fast forward a couple of weeks and it's our home, and we were going to put some tenants in it while we did our journey, and that was the whole plan, because it was kind of a weird timing, because obviously we are heading away, we are heading away, but this has actually come at a really good time, because now we are here. We've got a little home base in Mooloolaba, and we're going to be holed up here for, well, I don't know, you tell us.
They say 6 months.
Let's hope not 6 months. So give you a bit of an update on the plans and where we're at. We are in a position where we have to kind of keep going. We've committed to our caravan, we've committed to our car, like we've got, you know, deposits paid on all these things. Things are currently in the work. We picked up the car the other day. If you saw it, you might have seen that in the stories. There is still some work to do on that car. And Ada mate, where were we? The caravan is currently being built in Melbourne, and we're hoping that all goes to plan and that will be delivered in a few weeks. But
we were really worried that they'd have to stop production on it because, you know, obviously the coronavirus, but they've managed to keep going, so it hasn't been held up too much, which has been really good.
Been really lucky. So last we heard, the chassis was on the floor, furniture was pretty much built, and the battery and solar system, which we were supposed to be filming the install of, and a whole bunch of things, should be going in this week, we hope, or next. So I mean, it's definitely still moving and it's still happening, but the reality is, obviously the whole country's in, you know, travel ban mode, not lockdown mode, but travel ban mode.
Almost.
And you know, there is no talk currently of when that's going to end, only talk of new stimulus packages that are coming, luckily, because we would be struggling without work, and you know, and also that, you know, things are only going to get more locked down, you know, to the point where on Sunday they've just announced only 2 people and this, that, blah, 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 blah. So as for exactly what's going to happen in the future, we're incredibly uncertain. We're pretty shattered, to be honest, like, but you know, what do you do? Life sucks for a lot of people at the moment, and we're just lucky that we've managed to wing our way into a home here and have a nice, safe home base that's not a 1-bedroom unit, because that was going to be pretty full on for lockdown. And you know, the flip side of it is the kids are so stoked to be here. We're stoked to be here, but more so,
like Lego room just for them.
the kids are just pumped. They're so excited. That doesn't mean that they are, you know, 100% little angels, but they're still
They're
still
doing
pumped.
pretty good. I'm surprised. Touch wood.
So, I mean, it's just, yeah, for us really now, it's a waiting game. We're just sort of trying to batten down the hatches, make sure that we're obeying all the new rules of the new world as according to COVID, and trying to I don't know, stay positive. We're doing yoga in the mornings on an iPad app, and we're trying to stay, healthy and eat well and, maintain some health and exercise and keep the kids busy and try and keep doing a bit of work as well. We've got some, a little bit of work sort of left over, editing, some different bits and pieces. And, last week I managed to get down and film a lot of stuff on the build of the car and the suspension going in and all the rest of it. And that was really cool. And we're hopefully going to be able to release some of that stuff soon when we get time to edit it. But I guess, it's kind of weird, isn't it? It's weird to sort of be sharing, oh, hey, this is still happening and this is still happening, when actually there's so much going on at the moment. It's really intense. And
I just can't believe it's even happening. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
If someone had have asked me this like a month or two ago if this would be happening, I would have said absolutely no way.
Yeah, I certainly didn't think on the list of things that I was like, man, I hope this will happen. I hope we get to do this trip, because we did. We had a lot of hope. We had to hope. It was hard work to get it all happening and to get it moving.
It was all
and
coming together, and then...
Yeah, when there was times when we were like, oh, is this going to happen? We really want it to happen. And finally all the things are ticked. And then, on the list of, possible concerns that we had of what might go wrong, global pandemic and economic meltdown was not on that list, surprisingly. Yeah, it was more like, oh, maybe we won't get a caravan, or maybe we won't be able to afford a caravan, or maybe we won't be able to afford a car, or, all these questions and things that we just weren't sure. Everything aligned well for us in terms of our finances, our timing, the work that we had on at the time, and we were able to do all those things. Now, it's all sort of stuck. So the plan is this. We waited out. I'll share it with you. I'm really hoping that caravan will arrive in the next month. We'll be able to do our first little camp out in it in the front yard.
We might be able to get it in over.
Oh yeah, maybe do a camp out in it in the front yard. Have the time with the caravan out the front of our house to understand how it works, really kind of work out a good working load for it, get all our weights sorted, get the vehicle sorted, the canopy on. We've got to keep working towards these things, and in no uncertain terms, we've got commitments to people, particularly at the moment, financial commitments to see this thing out. Like, we can't bail on the caravan. We can't bail on these people that have, agreed to help us and support us and, work with us for the next 12 months. Like, we're not going to do that to them. So, and we're not going to do it to ourselves either, to be fair. Like, we want to give up. We want to get going, really. So there it is. We've got some other stuff coming up, some other announcements and things to make, and I hope you take it with the spirit that it's intended. It's what's happening with us at the moment. It's, it's part of our journey, and we've committed to share that. So, warts and all, for better and worse, whatever it is, global pandemic or no, we will still share and show you what's going on in the spirit of transparency and, keeping the dream alive, I guess. So, yeah. Interesting times.
Christian wants to make his own bread. Bit of a shortage on bread, on flour though. Couldn't find flour, yeast.
Oh, I do want to make my own bread. And we've been following this chick on Instagram, Forked If I Know. Her name's Catherine, and she's like this bread queen, and she makes the most amazing food. She is a very funny chick, and I was hitting her up like, hey, can you show us how to make bread? You can tell me, give some tips or whatever. And basically the next post she put on Insta was like, and if every asshole would stop asking me how to make bread, that'd be great. Stop buying all my baker's flour, because she can't get any flour and everyone's buying it all up because they're freaking out.
You found some though, yeah?
I did. I found some.
On a website?
Yeah.
Did it get delivered?
Yeah. 12 kilos of it.
In on your secret?
No way, man. No way. Because you know what? People are panic buying it, man.
Yeah.
People are panic buying and hoarding. Stop panic buying. Stop hoarding. We just want to bake bread because it looks fun. And we're like, oh, well, then we won't have to go out to the bakery because we can stockpile food for a whole bunch of time here in the house. But what we can't do is freeze bread because we don't have a big enough freezer in our fridge. So that was really the only reason that we would need to go out, you know, inside of 2 weeks if ever we've got everything else, because everything else keeps and everything else fits. Bread is the issue. So, well, I was like, well, if we can make bread, then we become less of a risk for people. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like, everybody is probably thinking the same thing, that bread is a, you know, shelf item, or maybe they don't have room in the freezer like us. Anyway.
Bread and ice cream.
Yes, important things. The important things.
We're bribing the kids with stars. If they get 5 stars, they get ice cream.
Yeah, it works. It helps keep everyone focused on a positive thing, and it's not like no one has to be yelling at the kids and all the rest of it. It's all good. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I'm hoping that I'll be able to update you again soon. I'm hoping that we'll be able to share some of the vehicle build with you soon that we filmed last week, and I hope that you guys are safe. I hope that you guys are looking after yourselves. And for those of you,
let us know your stories. As well. If you've got anything to share, let us know.
Let us know how it's all going for you. And for those of you who are coming back from your laps and on your way back home, man, our heart goes out to you. That is just, that's devastating. We can't imagine what it would be like to be on the road right now and have to come home, particularly hearing the stories and what's going on. So
I've heard stories of people that have just sold their house or just leased their house, and now they have nowhere to return to. And we were very fortunate that it worked out for us the way it did. And to everybody else out there, we freaking love you. And stay safe.
Stay safe. Update soon.
So put this on YouTube and comment down below. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss another video.